And we are live. I muted myself.
Hey.
I thought it was going to go off without a hitch.
Never.
Never. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a Dungeons and Distractions stream if something didn't happen at the start. Some sort of technical issue. So how are you guys?
Pretty good.
Breathing.
Just fine.
Acceptable.
Acceptable. Given the parameters and what you've been, what knowledge you've been given about what's gonna.
Yeah, I was
what's
perfectly
gonna come
fine
up.
up until about 30 minutes ago.
When I said yoink,
Yep.
not my fault. I mean, technically, you could say it's my fault, but let's be
I
fair.
told him it wasn't a good idea, but
I'm 100% blaming both you and Alucard.
Okay,
You for
I told
taking
you
it
not to
and
do
her
it.
for not stopping me.
okay.
I
Look,
told you
I
not
was
to do it.
trying to think of a design for something, and what you gave me fit. So
Oh God.
it's mine now.
Oh, jeez. God.
But welcome on in, everybody. Another, oh, I think it's gonna be another entertaining episode. I don't know if it's gonna be entertaining for the players. It may be more traumatizing for certain ones.
yeah. Well, I think Luxana's used to being traumatized at this point, so
She lost her face. She's seen some death.
So, anyone want to give a rundown on the kerfluffle that happened last week?
What kerfluffle? There was a kerfluffle?
I still vote that neither Nakrath or I be allowed to get the
Oh, I'm giving it to anyone who does it.
operation. Well, we still have unfinished business, so I
Or
think-
no, it's finished.
I remember what happened. I don't remember where it started.
No, it's
we
not.
did we just start? We started in the tavern itself, right?
Yep.
yeah, they were about to rip each other apart.
Yeah, that was like right when the confrontation started, right? Because we started with initiative. That
Yep,
was-
we started with, like, the first thing that happened was the fight broke out in the tavern.
Yeah, the fight between Nekrath and Ichirai.
Broke
Ichirai was a little upset with Nekrath about
I
the
broke
Hades
some
temple.
furniture. I paid for it in advance.
That is true. You did.
I am lawful good. I paid for the damages I knew I would incur before I incurred them.
We went on a wild goose chase, and there was a giant rock, not a boulder, a giant bird.
Spewing abyssal pustules on the ground of the dock area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fight went on for some time, and it was kind of taking place.
It
mainly-
wouldn't have gone on that long if a certain dragon bard didn't interfere.
Well,
Come with
to
me
be
if you
fair,
It would have been over in like 2 rounds, considering what happened in round 1.
I think it's really important to clarify to the people in chat, because it's like the first time this has ever happened. Ichirai is the antagonizer in this fight.
Yeah.
For like the first time ever, he's the instigator, and Nekrath is just trying to defend himself, and he needed a little help, so Luxana
He
stepped in.
killed a church.
It wasn't
He's
well-
an idiot. Come on.
I mean,
Killed his-
stupidity is no excuse for evil.
It is a little bit of a loose term. I mean, their souls are still alive. They're just not in this plane anymore.
They're not.
Anyway,
Also, not in the plane they should have been.
Alex killed some people.
Doomed
Um,
an entire congregation of people
Well, they
We're-
shouldn't have been mean to him.
to the plains of hell.
It's their own fault.
so that's
It's-
why they were fighting.
Yeah.
And the fight, they kind of eventually broke up a bit after Luxana poofed herself and Nekrath out of the tavern and into a secret place.
Spooner, you keep out of this.
Spooner's the instigator in this. And that's when the rock showed up. Ichirai was kind of making his getaway when he spotted it, and he hid in the shadows as it approached to see what we would do as the rest of the party. And yeah, it started to drop its pustules on the town and attack things. And then that's when Nakrath and Luxana came out of their hiding spot to go fight the thing. And I joined them. Elric sort of joined the fight, from a distance, as Elric does.
Minimum danger to myself.
Yeah. And I think Ichirai started to attack the pustule things, so he wouldn't, come into direct confrontation with us. I got swallowed, chewed on a bit, and then it turned into a giant. It barfed me out, and then we killed it, and then coffins came up from its corpse, and inside the coffins were...
Okay, to clarify, the coffins didn't come out of its corpse. The coffins were its weapon.
We're already there.
Oh, right.
Like,
yeah.
its coffin, there were 3 coffins tied to long chains attached to a stick. It was a coffin flail. But
That's a hell of a ride for those guys.
But when it died, it opened up.
And inside the coffins were Meredith, Asuna, and Iris.
Iris, yep.
Yep.
But like black corrupted like pustule forms of them, and they seemed to be making their way towards Luxana.
Why wouldn't they be?
So when we open up the they're about 5 or so feet away from Luxana. But they're not real. It doesn't look like they're trying to be, trying to be violent or aggressive. They're just standing there, and like they slowly form like a semicircle around Luxana. And you start hearing like multiple whispers coming out from their bodies. Whispers.
Now, are these whispers audible to anyone but Luxana?
Everyone can hear them. But it's not like they're all whispering the same thing. It's kind of like you've walked into like a movie theater right before the previews start. Everybody's whispering and you can't really make anything out.
And even I can hear them as far away as I am?
Yes. Each and every one of you can.
Okay.
Luxana, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
That's not good.
So, all 3 of their eyes, all 3 sets of eyes flash in unison as they're looking at you. And in your head, it says all answers will be revealed in time. And then they just fall into like this jumbled mass of black goop.
I'm done. I'm going back to my room. I'm gonna get a hot bath. I am done for the day.
Or Alicorn, I need you to mark somewhere on your character sheet that after every long rest, I need a wisdom check from you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna take an extra long bath and eat the cookie multiple times. You said a wisdom check or a save?
Wisdom check, not a save, but a check.
Okay.
My
wisdom check is better than my save.
And as the black forms of 3 people from your past just dilute into nothingness, you can finally hear the chiming of the guard bell as commotion can be heard going on further in the city. Those of you who are in the air currently can see that the docks and a small pathway cutting up through into like the towards the center of the city have been pretty much covered in this black goop that seems to be letting off steam every now and then. And like anything that's like has any form of life to it or anything, you can see that the any wood that it touches is rotting. Any stone that is touches is slowly like breaking down into more of a like primal form of itself.
I'm probably just gonna like send a message to Cassius like, I'm out for the night. I can't do no more of this shit, and then I'm just gonna pop the mansion door right there.
Okay.
And go inside.
So this is coming from the little black pustule guys, right?
This is the path that the pustules have like cut through the city as you guys were fighting the rock.
Alrighty, so I want to circumvent the party and start hunting down the pustules.
Okay. It's easy to catch up to where they're at, seeing as you just follow the black puddles. Or just the black trail that they leave, of like the black trail of death. But when you get there, when you get to the end of the trail, you notice that there is now just this bubbling mass of them, as the city guard has, some of the city guard has taken care of them.
Now, the city guard that I see, is it actual city guard or is it the Bellites?
It's the city guard.
Okay.
There are a couple Cambions with them, but they don't seem like they're causing any sort of trouble with one another. They actually look as if they are working as a cohesive unit.
Fuck that noise. Do I see any Bellites that are injured along the way as I'm skulking through the streets?
The only injured that you see are unlucky civilians that have come in contact with the goop, and the goop seems to like slowly break down whatever it touches on their body.
So I don't know if any healing stops what's happening to them. So since I'm 13th level, I'm going to give a point of healing to whoever I come across, to see if it like stops the whatever's happening to them.
Okay, give me a d20. Okay. When the point of healing goes off onto this person, you hear them scream out as the goop lunges forward from their body and just consumes them whole. And there's now just this black mess of like festering gore and bones in front of you.
Okay, so that's just the first person, right? No,
that's just the first person you come up to. You try to like take pity on them and heal them, and what happens is the holy energy that you generate into them seems to antagonize the goop on them, and it just powers it up to where it just lurches and eats them.
What kind of sick shit is this? So it, instead of running away, it consumes the host? Holy crap. So I'm gonna start like, so since I've been to this town before and I've been there, like if was the person, I would try to find solitary people. So if the person that I found wasn't solitary, because it's obvious when I heal, it's radiant energy. So if someone's with the person, I tell them to let everyone know not to try and heal the goop.
So you're like pretty much spreading the word around that, like trying to heal anybody affected by this can have disastrous results.
Yeah, it looks like whatever the hell this thing is reacts adversely to divine energy, and it'll try and kill the host. So we need to there needs to be another way to try and get rid of it.
So we try fire.
Oh, we try fire, of course. You'd want to try fire. And then if I don't find any,
no, you find people and like you start to spread.
I mean people.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking for injured Bellites.
You do not see any injured Bellites.
Do I find any by themselves?
No. Any of the guardsmen that you see are moving in strategic groups of about 5 or 6, but you see that they're not all Cambions. They're comprised of humans and Cambions.
Alrighty. So then I am going to God damn. So the pustules are gone, the rock is dead. I am going to continue sneaking my way out of town, and I'm going to hide in the forest.
Okay. Spooner, a Cambion is what happens when succubi mate. They are the demonic offspring of them. Yeah, an incubi is a an incubus is a male succubus. So you're just going to go off into the forest?
I have provisions. I have my stuff. I told you before. As it stands, I can't trust the party, and the Craft is still with the party.
Okay.
The Craft isn't dead, and the party's helping the Craft not get dead.
All right. So Alicor or Luxana popped into the mansion and is now doing a just like
bath.
a bubble bath and eating her never-ending cookie.
Just like blank staring into nothing forever, just...
Okay. What is, what's Elric doing?
Excellent question. Does the goop appear to be spreading?
The only time the goop seems to spread even further is if a living entity gets close to it, and then it tries to lunge out towards it.
Well, seeing as it's not spreading, I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. Someone will figure out how to deal with it. Yeah, I'd probably gonna go find another tavern now. Seeing as the one we were in is kind of wrecked.
Technically, your room should still be fine. The only damage is to
the
general area and Luxana's room.
You also have access to the mansion that Luxana just summoned.
Yeah, I would have to know where it is though.
Oh, she summoned the door right in front of you.
Yeah, she summoned the door like in the dock area, like right there.
I guess I could use that, but in any case, I'll go retrieve my stuff from the tavern. I'm not staying at a place where the whole barroom is a wreck. I got a image to keep up, man.
2 stars. Can't even stop a simple fight.
Pretty much.
Necraft, that's your name.
That's my name. Forgets my name, yo.
You're kind of beat up.
Yeah.
Body's kind of sore after getting the thrashing from Ichirai. So I have to ask, what are you doing?
Yeah, Bellite, what are you doing?
Do I see Luxana's mansion?
Yep.
I'm gonna knock the door. I'm like, let me in.
Door just swings open.
Woo! I go in.
Okay. Cassius.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I think I'm going to follow Luxana's lead. I'm going to go into the mansion and clean myself up since I'm covered in slobber from that monster thing. and recover a little bit, and then once Alicorn is back, I'm going to recruit Luxana's help for something.
Okay. While we're waiting for Alicorn to come back, I will jump over to the only person who's not in the house at the moment, who is Ichirai. While you are camping, you begin to hear
I'm covert camping. Not not like that stupid dipshit chick from freaking Hunger Games that got killed on night 1 because she's like roasting marshmallows and shit.
No. You're
not doing that.
So, as you're doing your covert camping, as you're calling it, you begin to hear what sounds like a angelic harp begin to play, and it seems to surround you.
Okay, this is new.
And like a moment or two later, sitting across from you, your angelic guide appears.
So she took physical manifestation.
She took physical manifestation. And she seems to have a very troubled look on her face.
Okay. So I'm like gonna poke her knee because there's been a lot of weird, holographic shit happening today.
When you reach out, she slaps your hand away. She's like, "Do you mind?"
Okay, so it really is you. Oh,
who else would it be? Wait, don't answer that. You've been through a lot. I get where you're going. Look, I've got some troubling news that you're probably not gonna like.
Oh, jeez.
We saw your fight with the Cambion.
Yeah, I almost had him dead.
We're gonna have to ask you not to kill him.
What?
I know it sounds weird, but go with me. Just let me explain. It's for a greater good. As much as he has always caused trouble for you and your companions, as many times as he's burnt places down and stolen from people and lit churches on fire and everything, his existence is crucial for the upcoming fights.
His existence, that wishy-washy moronic Cambion, is needed to save the universe.
Yes. I know how it sounds. I was kind of shocked when I was told this. But as a couple of our legionnaires put it, every group needs cannon fodder. So, I know it is driving you insane not to punish him for what he's done to that church.
I watched them burn and I saw their souls be sucked into hell. Retribution must be had.
She's like, the only way that bomb absorbs souls is if they have corruption inside of them. That temple wasn't completely as it seemed. Not saying what he did has improved the city, but
so we just allow one evil to replace another evil with no anything.
I mean, at least now we know what evil runs in that city. Look, I'm with you on the slaying him. I'm not saying that that people don't deserve retribution. I am just asking you to hold your sword until after the whole incident with Zatrat is finished. Afterwards, you can hunt him down to your heart's content.
I don't know if they're going to take me. They obviously know I want to kill him. That is not a secret, and it's obviously known.
Your group tends to function on being dysfunctional.
Unfortunately.
I mean, how many times has Cassius apparently stabbed you in the back, but you guys keep taking him back? You trust Elric the most out of everyone.
Because he makes his intentions clear. I can see the evil he intends to do coming. And I can make machinations to try and stave it off. Necraft is like a whirling dervish of chaotic evil laying waste to the countryside.
He's too naive to be chaotic evil. He's too naive to be chaotic.
So then he's chaotic stupid.
It's more... Think of it as a child finding his way. Children do stupid things. You have to realize that before he was released, he was trapped in that jar for 1,000 years. It's going to take more than a year or so to, like, acclimate back into society. Look, I know you don't like it, but we are asking you to put aside your differences for the greater good.
And how am I going to convince the party that I'm not going to outright cut his head off while we're merrily trotting along to Zatrot's, ziggurat of doom?
Tell them the truth. You won't do it.
I'm not sure they're gonna buy that.
Well, doesn't the little one have the ability to make you tell the truth?
Yeah, it doesn't work that good on me. She just has to take me at my word.
Well, then don't resist it. It only doesn't work if you're trying to put up a resistance.
It's like, I don't.
It's like, we can't tell you what to do, as you are not completely of our order, but we are asking you, for the sake of the world and for the greater good, put aside your differences and do not slaughter Nekrath until the task at hand with Zatrot is done.
I will do as the greater beings request of me, but I cannot look at his face tonight and promise I won't do something.
Nobody said you had to look at his face. We just ask that you don't cut it off.
Oh.
Well, Ichirai's not invited in the mansion tonight anyway.
He's in timeout.
Yeah. I won't do anything tonight. I need to sleep on this. I wish we could have met under better circumstances than this if it was going to be in person.
She goes, with the way the world is at the moment, this is the best circumstance we could meet. And
Alrighty.
she reaches out and she, like, takes you by the hand. She places something in your hand. And she just, like, don't give up hope.
What did she put in my hand?
And as she, like, dissipates, you see a small ring in your hand.
Oh, come on. That's just...
And it is real to the
that
touch.
Is dirty pool. Dirty pool. That is wrong. We have a special bond, Missy. You are violating that trust. Oh, that is dead. Oh, man. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. I like put it on my pinky finger.
Okay.
But I am not a happy camper. It's like I literally like I fly I fly up like a good mile up into the air and I just scream for as long as my wings will hold me up that high before I have to land.
All right.
Because I just need to like.
and when you scream out in frustration, you start hearing like wolves and coyotes like joining into the screaming.
Cause the howl, damn it.
Oh. Damn you, Rogin.
So yeah. Is anybody doing anything in the mansion, or are you guys just resting up for the night?
After I get all cleaned up and everything, I'm gonna pay Luxana a visit.
Okay. Where is Luxana after her bath and cookie?
Probably wrapped in blankets and more cookie. With endless cocoa coming.
So it's just like a nonstop, like, sugar high in cuddly blankets.
Yeah, pretty much. She
Sounds
just
amazing.
Blanket burrito.
Difficult to convince her to move from that position, I think. But I will go to what I assume is going to be like her room or something. Is the door closed or open?
Probably closed.
I will just kind of quietly knock on it and call out her name so she knows it's me.
All right. Just tell you to come in and just keep eating the cookie.
So I'm going to enter the room and I'm going to make sure the door is closed tightly behind me.
Okay.
And I go over to her bed and sit down next to her and just kind of look down at her and say, I need your help with something.
Okay. But before you talk about stuff, I didn't get a chance to give this to you earlier, and then she's going to hand him a little box with his friendship necklace in it, and it's just basically a heart locket with some of her hair in it.
That look from Groudon.
That's gross.
You must not have ever had like a real girlfriend, because that's usually seen as very sweet, not
That's like-
gross.
Not
That's
their
like-
hair.
Yeah, dude, that's like ancient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
like
That's
Like a
women
lock
used to
of hair?
send their
Yeah.
men to war
Yeah,
with a
that
lock of their
medieval
hair.
time.
that's literally a centuries old tradition.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're gonna put teeth in it.
No, that's
it's
babies.
not romantic.
Just why not?
Okay, to be fair, parents carry around their baby, like the teeth of their babies in lockets all the time.
Yep.
You learn something new every day.
So Cassius he's gonna get a big smile on his face and he's gonna put the locket on, and just kind of hold on to it for a minute, and then turn his attention back to her. I need to speak to your mother.
Oh. Okay. We never actually did talk about how I could get in touch with her with like my little letters to mommy thing.
Pretty much you just speak her name.
Oh, okay. Well then, Luxana's just gonna kind of call out her name normally and hope she poofs.
All right. So you call out her name, and like the area around you like gets all like wavy and everything. And once it settles back in, you are sitting in a small tea room,
Ooh, I love tea.
in chairs, and across like this small round table is Meredith.
Luxana's probably just gonna hop up and start pouring tea for everybody, kind of immediately being in a better mood.
He goes, well, this is a honest surprise.
Cassius said he wanted to talk to you.
I knew he would come sooner or later. What do you need?
Luxana, could you excuse us for a moment?
No, dear. She is allowed in here. Whatever you can say in front of her.
You don't have tea without me, that's rude.
I just don't want to upset you.
You know what I saw tonight. I don't think it can get much worse.
True. Well, Meredith, if you were expecting me, then sure you already know what I'm going to say, but I'll say it anyway. Given your experience in the realms that we have ventured through, I was hoping you could assist me in contacting the Collector.
Wow. To be fair, I didn't expect that. Why would you want to contact him?
I need his assistance in correcting a mistake.
Normally people seek him out to enact mistakes. But if you...
I've been there before, too.
If you wish to speak to him, I can set up a meeting.
I would be in your debt if you did.
Now, do not... I'm not going to hold you to that one, but, dear, never say that to a hag. They will hold you to it every time.
I do have one additional request as well. And I don't mean to insult you or your kind, but I'm afraid it might not go over too well with Nick Nevin if she found out. Could you keep this meeting a secret from her?
I don't tell her who I meet with. I don't keep, hours or numbers or anything like that on people who seek me out. The only time she's involved is if the deal involves her. So you do not have to worry about our queen finding out about our little tea meeting.
That definitely puts me at ease. I'm on a bit of a time frame here. I only have 6.5 days left. So
She goes,
if we could do this before then.
She looks over to Luxana. Luxana, dear, can you please give me Cassius's saucer?
Sure. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab it and hand it over to her.
And she smiles, she takes it, and she pulls out a small dropper that is filled with this thick gold liquid, and she just puts a single drop in your tea. And then she says something over it, and you can see that the tea takes a soft golden color as she does. And then she hands it back to Luxana to give back to you.
Hand it back over to him.
All you need to do is drink this. And as you sleep, he will come to you in your dreams.
I will immediately down the tea, even if it's scalding a bit, and place the cup and saucer back on the table. I can't express how grateful I am for the help.
Think nothing of it. You look over Luxana and protect her with your life. If anything, I should be the one thanking you.
At that note, Luxana's probably going to just kind of tilt her head and look at Meredith and kind of tell her what she experienced with the globby images and see if she has any input on that, because it was freaky, and obviously like tell her what they said.
That's obvious. That's rather cryptic. I personally do not know what they mean. But for the sake of keeping your head on your body, please don't be as rambunctious as you have been.
I can do that.
So that's all that I had to talk to her about.
Okay.
But, given the relationship between Cassius and Luxana and Meredith, I kind of picture them just like having casual conversation. For a little while
it's just like a casual little like tea and biscuits like discussion and everything. Just
Nice.
like what you have in polite company.
A moment of respite in a field of shit.
So, while this is going on, what is Nakrath doing in his time protected in his room from any more holy onslaught?
Oh, I'm going in the room. I'm shutting the door. I'm putting barricades on. I'm putting everything. A little chain lock. All right. Putting everything I can think of, wards, whatever. Even though I don't got any, I'm going to put imaginary ones up. And I'm going to bed. I'm like, I'm done with today. Leave me alone. Good night.
Okay. Elric.
I am going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Read a book.
No, I don't have those anymore. I'm gonna finally meditate on true hellfire, not the shit
Jesus.
that Null gave me.
It's
Oh,
been
God.
like, let me see here. Christ, that was like a goal that you set. God, back in the early days, I think, like right as you guys got to the head of the giants.
Oh my God.
Probably, yeah. It's been quite some time.
Yep, and you still haven't done anything on it.
Hey, it's Null's fault. I gave it my best.
All right, let me write this down. All right, give me that D6 roll.
Credit.
All right. Mark those down. Are you planning on doing anything after your meditation, or are you just going to bed?
I'll keep meditating.
Okay. So it's like you're meditating throughout the night, is what you're...
I mean, I really haven't done anything all day, and being a half-elf, it's not like I really need quite that much sleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, meditate.
So, as you're meditating, Luxana and Cassius pop back into Luxana's room, feeling a little bit warm from the tea that they had with Meredith.
Tea time with mommy and not dad.
Mommy and not dad.
Mm-hmm.
So we have not dad and not fives.
Yep.
So it's, I assume, this is going to be like the nighttime.
Yeah,
period. What are we doing?
it's night still. You got like while some time may have passed in that world, not much time has moved here.
Okay. Well,
and for some particular reason, since you're a druid, you hear the
oh yeah,
is going off.
you just feel like all like the canine wildlife in the surrounding area just going completely bonkers for some reason.
I mean, after what just happened, I shouldn't be too surprised. But I'm intending on retiring for the night, but I have one more request, Luxana.
What is that?
If you could do a favor for me first thing in the morning, I would be very grateful. I don't know how long the conversation with the collector is going to last, otherwise I'll do it myself.
Do you need more tea?
Not quite. And I'm going to pull out a pouch with roughly 1,200 gold in it and hand it to her. I need you to go to the markets bright and early and spend all of this gold on some oils. Oils.
What's the oils for?
Doesn't really matter what type of oil, as long as its value equals that of this pouch of gold.
Does it need to be flammable?
I mean, most oil is, but yeah, doesn't matter too much. Just oil.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'll hand it to her, and then head to my room for the night.
Pretty much as soon as he leaves my room, I'm gonna pop that on myself. I don't want him going to this meeting without me.
Wait, so you're gonna crash the meeting?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you retire for the night,
and I think I can make myself appear as like something else too, so they don't know I'm actually there. So, like blend into the background.
Okay. So I'll I'll bring up the setting so so you can like disguise yourself if you want. As like you fade off into your dreams, Cassius, you begin to feel the warmth of a campfire. And you start to hear like the wood crack, and you catch the scent of something like cooking in a small pot. And as your vision stabilizes, you are sitting across from the collector at a small campsite somewhere in an unnamed wood.
I would probably be a little burb in the trees then, or
Okay.
an owl, just because, obvious reasons.
As well. Imagine my surprise when I was told that you wanted to meet.
It has been a while.
So
I'm feeling a little more spry than the last time we talked.
yes, I would assume so. So what is it that you need that you would ask for somebody to make a connection with me?
I know you're in the business of making deals. However, that's not really what I'm here for.
Oh? Okay, now you have me interested. Not many
I've come
people
to
pay me a social visit.
ask for your help with something.
Oh, my help. Okay, you have me even more interested. What do you need help with?
Well, you are the only being that I could think of that might be able to help in this endeavor, given your mastery of souls.
Okay.
You see, I need to free someone that is currently trapped.
And who might this be?
You may know him. You may have had dealings with him in the past. I have a sneaking suspicion that you and him are of the same species. I don't actually know what you guys are.
Okay, that's rather... Just come out and say what you need. You don't have to decorate it.
I intend to resurrect Null.
I didn't even know my brother was dead.
By my hand.
How did you kill him?
We had a bit of a disagreement. I made a deal with some hags. It got a little messy.
He got his ass caught, didn't he?
He did. Now, unfortunately, a companion of mine saw fit to ignite him with hellfire before he was killed. Which,
Okay.
as I'm sure you know, means his soul belongs to Mephistopheles.
Yes.
I can give him a body, but I can't free his soul. And that's where you come in.
So let me get this straight. You want me to somehow steal a soul from a master of hellfire so we
Sounds
can resurrect my good-for-nothing brother. For what reason?
Well, he may be good for nothing. I certainly won't disagree with that. However, he did take action where other higher beings saw fit to just sit back and watch.
Oh, you're talking about the whole Zatrat thing.
Yes.
Wait, that's what he was punished for?
Well, he didn't exactly go about it in the nicest way. He gave us all hope, and then he destroyed it.
Well, I guess I can help you. I don't really think he should be punished for the one good thing he's ever done.
Yes, I agree. He deserved what I gave him, but he does not deserve to be in the hands of Mephistopheles.
Okay, look, I'll tell you what. I sort of have a favor I can call in with him. Hopefully he'll give it to me. But I'm going to need some sort of payment on my end.
Naturally.
All right. I'll do it for one condition.
Name it.
He hands you a small vial. I need this filled.
With?
Celestial essence.
Oh, no.
Now, I'm not saying kill a celestial. I'm not saying that. Don't be my brother and just instantly jump to, oh, I gotta kill an angel. I mean, I don't need that.
I've been there before, and I really don't want to do it again.
Think of it as a bottled blessing. If you can get some celestial essence inside this vial, it would make me a happy person, as it will complete another deal that I'm currently working on. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do this beforehand. I'll help you get my brother, but keep in mind that this is something you're going to have to do for me.
That's fair. I'm asking a lot of you, and it's only fair.
How long you got?
As of tomorrow morning, I will have 6 days left to
6
perform
days,
the
that's
resurrection.
it? Or that's all? Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll have it for you by morning.
I can probably do it first thing in the morning then. I have asked another companion of mine to acquire the ingredients that I need. Then all I'll need is a safe space to do it.
Well, you're in that mansion, right?
Yep.
Can't think of a safer space than that.
I'll have to ask her to expel our other companions, but I'm sure that won't be too much of an issue.
At that, you just would probably hear a giggle from the trees. A very owl-like giggle.
as like the collector turns around and goes, do birds laugh?
I mean, if you can speak to them, I can speak to them, so it's not too out of the ordinary.
That's got to be it. I've just never heard them laugh before. I've heard them cry, but I didn't know they had a sense of humor.
Some of them do. Some of them are pretty drab.
It's like, well, is there anything else, or should I get to pulling favors?
That'll be everything. I have your brother's heart, which I will use for the resurrection, and I will have the oils by the morning.
It's surprising he has a heart.
I was surprised too. I was expecting like a black, shriveled up peanut or something in there.
It was, well, I will do what I need to do. You do what you need to do. And let's hope that resurrecting him gives you some course of action and you're not just releasing chaos back into the world.
At the very least, if it is just releasing more chaos, it will be hopefully chaos that's on our side, as he did make an effort to help us in defeating Zatron.
Yes, yes.
And if you wish to be there,
Oh,
when the
no,
resurrection happens,
no.
You don't
No.
wish to have a reunion with him?
Let's just say that there is bad blood between us.
Fair enough.
While I think my brother is an idiot, the only reason why I am doing this is I still have love for the idiot. But the less that we see each other, the better.
Very familiar with that exact scenario, actually. More familiar than I'd like to say.
Well, Cassius, you are a strange being, but you are rather entertaining. Hence why my brother probably took a liking to you.
With that, I'll kind of stand up and step over to him and kind of hold out my hand for a handshake. And
he shakes your hand.
With any luck, this won't be the last time that we meet. And any further ones will hopefully be under better circumstances.
Yeah, maybe next time we can make a deal that isn't regarding my brother's soul.
That would be nice. I would like that.
And then, like, everything fades out and, like, you just have a restful sleep. And I think with that, we are going to take our first break before we start the next day and get into the ensuing chaos that is about to follow after the previous day of destruction in Ferris Port. So stick with us, guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. Okay, we're back. That. All right. So morning comes.
And it's time for a wisdom.
Yep, Luxana, can you give me a wisdom check, not a wisdom save?
Ooh.
Nope.
Double sevens. Unfortunately, that's unlucky. So after your little spy mission that you went on,
Success.
you fall into a deep sleep. But your dreams are invaded of visions of Ferrisport being torn asunder as hordes of, not even hordes, but a horde of villagers begins to attack and devour other villagers. And overhead, you can see these... Holy shit, Spooner, thank you for those bits. Get some hearts in the chat for Spooner. You can see these winged beasts flying through the air as these large tentacles seem to be like spread out for miles from them.
What is going on with this plane? Can we just go to another one and say screw all this?
Sadly, no.
I mean,
Spoopy.
technically,
The gate key is not actually a thing. Well, actually, it
forget
is.
that I've got,
Yeah, you have
forget that I've
plane
got this
shift.
nice spell. Yes, I can go anywhere, Roger. Anywhere.
Yeah, you could run from it, but it'll just catch up with you. Like I said, it would make you guys... All that would do is turn you into the heralds as a trot.
I'll just spend my time in the, 8th court of hell. I think I'll be safe there for a while.
And you wake up in, like, a cold sweat as, like, the screams of terror and pain pretty much rip you from your sleep.
Our work is never done.
More trauma. Always good for Luxana. Very character building.
And again, you hear the voices say, nothing is as it seems.
I think it's hoodie and cookie time while I just kind of shuffle to the market.
I get the feeling the market...
Luxana's just going to be an empty shell at some point.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
You begin to walk downstairs when you remember that the market was destroyed.
Oh.
But sitting on a table seems to be the oils that were requested of you.
So that means I have more money than I did
Yep.
before.
You now have a bag of 1,200 gold.
And are Ichirai and Nekrath's bracelets still downstairs, or were they probably thrown away by whoever cleaned up?
Nekrath has his bracelet. He put it on during the fight.
Oh, okay. All right. So Ichirai's the only one who doesn't have his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has it.
No, yeah, they both have it.
Okay.
They both grabbed
I
it
just
during the
remember-
fights because he threw it at him.
Okay. All right. I didn't remember if they picked him up or not. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to just go ahead and zombie-like pick up the oils and start making my way to Cassius's room.
And it's a small clink of oils, like the bottles that the oils are in, that wake Cassius up from his sleep. As now around your neck is the pendant with Null's soul inside of it.
Ooh, perfect. I will, I guess, go answer the bedroom door, since I assume Luxana is there.
Mm-hmm. And when you open the door, it looks like she's had a rather rough night.
Didn't sleep well? You look pretty cozy when I left you.
I had a bad dream.
Well, hopefully it's not a regular thing. I know you've been through a lot.
So do we need to go to the mansion now?
Luxana, we're still in the mansion.
Oh, I need to kick the people out of the mansion, though.
Wait, what?
It's here's the oil. I'll go wake everybody up.
I will take it from her with a very confused look on my face. And as she goes to wake everyone up, I will, I guess, get dressed. That's probably a thing you should do in the morning.
I feel so bad for Luxana. it's like, oh, just so bad. I mean, the good thing is if she comes out of this alive, I mean, there'd be nothing to phase her, ever.
It's like as she gets older, she's like, I've seen some shit.
Yep. Right now, she's basically like the stereotypical like girl who's just had like a really bad breakup, and she's just kind of like really just numb, and she's got her hair in a funky ponytail with an oversized sweater, just kind of trudging through life, eating chocolate and a gallon of ice cream with a
never-ending cookie.
Yeah, that's basically how I picture her being right now. So she's just going to be like,
she's emotionally wrecked.
guys, you gotta wake up and get out of the mansion. Don't ask questions, just do it. Just I'm asking nicely. I can make you leave, but I don't want to. So just go.
Okay, I'll just unlock everything, boards and whatnot, and just like peek outside. Okay.
Like leave quietly for a few hours, or be thrown out the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally, like have the house eject you violently.
Yep.
One way or another, I'm getting ejected, so I'm just going like, toodaloo.
And then when I see Tiny, I'm just going to pat Beauregard and be like, you two, you also have to go for reasons and stuff.
And when you say that, Beauregard kind of like whimpers and gives you like these sad puppy eyes.
It's okay. You can come back later.
Give me a persuasion roll on Beauregard.
Ooh.
He gives out a and just jumps out of the bed and just walks downstairs.
Okie dokie.
What about Elric?
Elric goes ahead and leaves.
Okay.
I figured I wouldn't have to fight him about that.
And when you guys go out, you notice that there are more city guard walking about around the dock and market areas, doing what they can to begin the removal of the body of the giants and any assisting any civilians that may have suffered either injuries or property damage during yesterday's fiasco.
All right, so is there still any sort of fighting going on in the city?
There is no fighting going on in the city, but you do sense a almost an air of unease around you, as any of like the townspeople are hesitant to go near the docks at the moment. And for the first time in like any time you've seen it during the day, the market is completely empty. It's like in rubble. Some stalls have been destroyed. Other stalls have bodies like strewn about them. It's almost a depressing sight if you were to have emotions for that sort of thing.
Well, Elric doesn't care about any of that. I was going to go find a nice, fancy tavern and have some breakfast.
Okay. What is Ichirai doing as he wakes up during the day?
Other than cursing?
Yeah.
Um. ugh, just trying to think. Like this is a very perplexing situation for him because it's just how, what do I do? So, I tell you what. He's going to, um, he's going to. He's gonna carve out some bark from a tree, and he's going to carve a note, like a placard, um, basically saying, um, you know, we need to talk, and he's gonna sign it, and I'm gonna put like a, I'm gonna put like, I'm trying to think. Give me a second. I need to check what languages I know. Give me a second.
Who are you addressing this to?
Um,
I can speak Celestial.
Yeah, I would yeah, if I know Luxana's, if Luxana's ever spoken Celestial to me or around me, I would write it in Celestial and address it to Luxana.
Okay.
And I would basically like do a flyby. Like I would fly, overhead, like looking for either the tavern or looking for the magical door to the mansion if they're using that. Because I would have seen her pop it, like,
yeah.
drop.
So as you're flying overhead, you see both Elric and Nekrath pop out of the mansion door, like right where the rubble is. Like they didn't even move anywhere from after the fight. It's just right at the rubble. And the door appears for a moment, and they walk out along with Beauregard, and then the door vanishes again.
Okay. Yeah. Like this, so the door like becomes invisible once it closes, or
yeah.
Alrighty. So then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna find a street rat, like this little, beggar kid.
Okay.
And I'm going to give them a gold piece and tell them that there's a really pretty lady that's going to come out of a magic door over there where the giant died. I want you to wait for her to come out or go to the door to come in.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Sir, are you insane?"
I'm like, I hold up a gold piece and I'm like,
it's going to cost you more than a gold.
People
are getting eaten over there.
Well,
that black stuff is eating people.
Well, you don't have to be near the black stuff.
Call it hazard pay.
Okay, I'll give you 2 gold.
Make it 4. And I will ensure that she gets the note. And I won't read it.
If the street rats in Ferrisport can read Celestial, this town is hiding some serious effing secrets. All I gotta say. Well, it's an open placard, so you can read it. I tell him, like, I'll give you 3, and if you can read this, we'll talk later.
Deal.
Alrighty, I give him 3 shiny gold pieces.
Okay. And you see him running off with the note, and like underneath the hood, you can see like a small like reddish tail out from underneath like the bottom of like his cloak.
Oh my god, what the fuck is up with this town? Are you shitting me?
Yes, my lord.
Dude. The fuck, Rojan? Seriously? There's like little demon babies running around the town?
Look, I get
I
traumatized.
didn't say it was a demon baby.
The Cambians just moved into town.
I mean, it could be a tiefling. You don't know.
Fine, could be a tiefling, but tieflings don't necessarily know celestial, so I swear, this town, it's almost like it's cursed to like be the center of
Okay, it's been cursed since you first stepped into here.
Hey,
you brought the curse.
No, if I remember correctly, a certain druid went down a hole and took a magic dagger from a dead spider god. So, yeah, not me.
All right. Speaking of the druid, who has everything that he needs.
Druid. So, the spell is cast as an action, but given the whole, scenario, I'm picturing it as like a ritual almost.
Yeah.
A transmutation circle drawn out in, I don't know, probably the foyer of the mansion, with the heart and the soul placed in the center, and
the Full Metal Alchemist theme playing in the background.
Yeah, someone's about to lose an arm and a leg.
So you put oil all over the mansion floor.
No,
he colored all over the floor.
I colored all over the floor.
All right,
I put the oil.
Lasana's just gonna look at him and be like, "You have to clean that up after."
That's what you have weird ghost servants for.
No, you didn't ask if you could draw on my floor.
You didn't tell me I couldn't either.
Look on the bright side. Once the mansion goes away and she resummons it, everything's going to be clean again.
Or
no
is
one
it?
has to clean
Or
up.
is it?
I don't know, given the
It's gonna stay
caliber
there
of
until he
this,
cleans it.
it might like burn the pattern into the floor.
Okay, so yeah, let's see how that works. Can you give me an Arcana roll?
I can do that.
Let's see if you permanently scar the wood.
Roll a 1.
Jesus, I am so sorry.
Roll a 1.
You are grounded.
Okay.
I had no points in Arcana.
So you successfully complete the ritual, but you notice that the transmutation circles and everything kind of spark from the oils that you've also used in it, and it's kind of seared it into the wood now. But it gives off this like the room fills up with like this nice like burnt wood smell to it. But the transmutation circle itself is now permanently burned into the wood flooring.
Permanent summoning circle.
Oh, and you used reincarnate on him.
Yep.
All right, so give me that D100 roll. Let's see what you reincarnate him as.
Ooh. Owlbear.
78.
He's a human.
He's a human.
The most boring of the species.
Okay, now roll me a D100. Actually high or low.
Let's go high.
Let's go high. I like how you say let's go high. That's not high.
That's not high at all.
So you summon him and he's the reincarnation goes off. The heart is like it flies up in the hovers up into the air, and like life is breathed anew into it, and his body just starts to slowly but surely spread out from around it. So you've got like the nerves and like the veins and everything starting to spread out, then like bones and muscle tissue and everything. And then with a thud, there's now this like almost wet, like shivering naked man. Actually, give me a D2. Let's see what gender he's reincarnated as. Okay, yeah. This just like wet heap of a naked man just like curl up in like in a ball, just like shivering. As like
I'm going to put a blanket on him.
as he just like takes a deep gasp of air as like the first breath of life it like escapes him, and he begins to like look around, like fighting off the assault of light on his eyes, and he squints over to Cassius, and he's like, once wasn't enough. What is it, more torture?
I'd say we're on even ground now, Null.
As he looks down at his hand, he's like, oh, Jesus Christ, what did you do?
Well,
Why?
I didn't exactly choose your form.
Why am I large?
Let's call it a roll of the dice.
Your dice rolling skills suck. I'm gonna be a laughing stock now.
And you weren't already?
So he just scowls over at you. It's like, I'll let that slide, seeing as how you so kindly brought me back to life as this.
You're welcome.
Luxana's going to hand him a mug of cocoa and a plate of cookies.
No, don't mind if I do. As he gets up with like the towel wrapped around him, and he just sits down in one of the armchairs in your room, eating like the cookies and drinking the cocoa. He's like, so what do I owe this pleasant reincarnation from somebody who tortured me for hours on end?
Well, I think it was only fair, given that you tortured us for years.
Like I said, it was training.
Yeah, call it what you will. Torture's still torture. You should know that by now.
Your training sucks.
As does yours.
At least mine was entertaining. Anyway.
For you, this was pretty entertaining for me, I gotta admit. And your brother.
What did Void have to do with this?
I will not elaborate.
He helped get your soul back from a place where it wasn't supposed to be, so that you can come back and help us with a thing. I don't know what the thing is yet.
Luxana,
see,
please.
See, at least the sweet girl over here tells me things. She doesn't keep secrets. I like her.
Yeah, the sweet girl that you trapped in whatever plane that was with her mother.
That wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. Meredith got sucked up into there on her own. I didn't specifically seek them out to throw them in there.
You didn't specifically free them either.
I couldn't without breaking reality.
Well, that's what you specialize at.
Yeah, but it would have killed you. And like I said, I like you. You guys are entertaining.
Wouldn't be the first time something's killed me.
No, this is true. But
I don't wish to repeat that.
Again, why am I alive?
Well, my intent was always to kill you in the most horrific way possible.
Which you did.
You're welcome. But I didn't exactly plan for Elric.
What?
So I had to fix that.
Wait, so you didn't plan for Elric to try to capture my soul to give to his boss, so you had my brother steal it. You reincarnate me as a god-awful human. And are you going to kill me again to set things right?
Things have been set right. You got what was coming to you and a little extra on the side.
Oh, so this is a second chance. Does this mean that you've finally realized what I was telling you to begin with?
I will tell you what I told Reginald.
Oh, how is the puppet, by the way?
He's doing quite well. I don't care about this world. I don't care about the people in this world. But I will stop the trot in order to protect Luxana. That's it. That's where it starts and ends.
As long as you stop him, I don't care what your motivations are.
Speaking of motivations, you have proven that you have your own. Otherwise, you wouldn't have helped us.
I guess I should tell you as to why I want him dead.
I'm all ears.
He's my fault.
Not surprised, but please elaborate.
When I was a wee bit, or a wee null, my brother and I discovered a small nest of cosmic spider eggs. I took one home, and I raised it as a hatchling, or from a hatchling, I should say. Being a curious, cosmic child, I sort of imbued it with powers. And things went awry. It began to see itself as a god. And one night he escaped. But thankfully, this world that we are in had a means to seal him away. And I thought my mistake at that point was taken care of. Until a would-be group of adventurers decided to invade the temple and take out the one thing that was keeping him sealed away.
You should know by now, that mistakes don't just go away.
Why do you think that temple was filled with all those horrors? I was hoping if anybody went down there, they would at least be destroyed.
Well, you didn't count for us, did you?
No, you had to be persistent and live.
I will admit that Zatrot gave me a very enticing offer that, in retrospect, was not the best one to accept. However, you clearly know what happened, which means you saw it all, which means you did nothing to stop us. Well, it's as much on you as it is on us.
I couldn't stop you. You see,
you have no idea how happy it makes me to hear you say those words.
You see, that temple, I'm not allowed to set foot inside of it.
I see.
So as much as I would want to stop you, there were things preventing me from stopping you. And now that Zatrot is on the loose again, we're going to have to try to put a stop to him.
And that's why you're here. I'm not directly asking for your intervention or help. However,
well,
we both have the same goals.
He's as my mess as much as yours.
He is.
So I'll tell you what. I'll help you out. I will ensure that you are given the tools for the job. But you and your little group here are going to have to sit your end of the mistake correct.
It's only fair that it's that way.
He goes, yes, and he stands up and like he snaps his fingers as like a very regal looking suit appears on him. He goes, okay, well, gather the rest of the entertainment. We can begin talking about how we're gonna set this right.
I do have one final question for you.
Always with your questions.
You do seem to know a great deal about all of this, and specifically how Zatrot was sealed away. Agvrin. Now, he swears that he is simply a weapon. However, a simple weapon does not have the power to seal away something like the Trot.
Agvrin is modest. He always has been. He was the catalyst that was used in order to seal him away the first time. That won't work again. We're going to need another part of him.
Another part of him.
Yes, Agvrin is actually one of Zatrot's antennae.
That actually explains a great deal.
Now, thankfully, we have the other part. You remember that mandible?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that mandible.
Well, you're in luck. I have it.
Do.
Yeah. Let's just say when Elric gave it to Mephistopheles, he gave it to me. Mephistopheles may think he has the mandible, but all he has is the magic stick.
Get the feeling it would not be easy to trick.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
Impressive.
Given everything that mandible put us through, I have to admit, I find that a little humorous.
So, we've got that. But that will only weaken him. But we're going to need something to stop him. To trap him. Because he cannot be destroyed.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Maybe.
Now, you want the rest of the party to be gathered here. You know what their reaction is going to be, don't you?
Don't tell him who I am. I look like I'm a totally new man.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Luxana, please don't use Zone of Truth when I'm around.
Okay, I guess I can try not to. And then she's just gonna kind of peer at Null and tilt her head to the side and just be like, "Can you bring back Iris and Asuna? Can you make them real again?"
I can. That is in my power since they are my creations.
Will you do it? I miss them.
I can, but there's only one problem. Two irises cannot exist in the same realm. If you want them here, you would need to kill the iris that exists here. But if you were to do that, I can bring both her and Asuna into existence here. Which I have a feeling may make Ichirai happy.
He's not. He's been very grumpy.
He's always a grumpy one.
You're not wrong about that.
Okay, that's it for looks.
Well, I'm going to take a stroll around town. Let's convene here at night once once you get everyone back together.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. While you're strolling around.
Actually, let's do this. Probably don't want to be here anymore. I mean, the life has been drained of this place. Let's meet up at the Capitol. We're gonna need to be there anyway. If you think the five of you are enough to stop an ancient god, you are sorely mistaken. You're gonna need allies.
That's what I've been saying for years. It's unfortunate that the allies I did gather, no, were not real.
They were also incompetent, so...
There was an ancient dragon among them. I would not call that incompetent.
Yeah. That was an ancient dragon of my creation.
Oh, so your creations are incompetent. Got it.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
they were doomed to fail because I wanted to torment you and make you stronger.
And that's why I tormented you right back. We could go on endlessly. I'll gather the rest of the party. While you're strolling around town, I suggest you replace those rags you call a suit. And,
What's wrong with the suit?
It doesn't suit you.
Are you sure you're not a bard? You got some shitty jokes on you, kid.
I've been hanging out with one for a long time now.
He goes, well, I will see you in Hammer's Reach.
In Hammer's Reach, then. And I'll just turn around and leave.
As you see that he turns into like an eagle, like an almost like a bird that almost resembles an eagle, but when he opens up his wings, you can see what looks to be like the stars inside of them, and he just flies out the window of the mansion.
And I'm going to leave the mansion and start hunting down everybody else.
Okay. It doesn't take you guys long to find Elric, as he seems to be enjoying himself in the tavern. Though, Elric, you do hear some interesting rumors coming from the patrons who are brave enough to attend, or not attend, to frequent the tavern on the day after an attack happened. And you begin to hear that the seas have become rather unfriendly, and any ships that seem to be going out further into sea have been destroyed in a very violent fashion.
I never trusted traveling by sea anyway.
And it's like every one of the crew, like save for one survivor, never make it back. And that one survivor always speaks of a horrible scream that fills the sky as these black oozing tentacles come up from the water and just destroy any ship that is unfortunate enough to run afoul.
Interesting. So... I was wondering what's going to happen next.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if you had anything to go off of that.
No.
You're in there for probably about a good half hour when you see Luxana and Cassius walk in. Your eyes meeting with one another. And as Cassius begins to approach you, Luxana is cut off by a small tiefling boy who hands her this strange piece of bark. And she's like, some crazy-looking angel guy asked me to give this to you.
Yeah, he is a little crazy.
He goes,
Thank
well,
you.
you have it. I'm out of here. And he just runs off.
Alrighty, well, I am going to read it. And he said, we need to talk. And since he addressed it to me specifically in Celestial, does anybody else in the party speak Celestial?
Nope.
Or just me? Okay. All right. So I'm not really gonna. I'm just gonna say, oh well, Ichirai said he's okay, and I'm not gonna say that he wanted to meet up because if he wanted everybody to know, he would have just said it in the comment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Luxana, do you want to go take care of that then while I gather Elric and DeCraft?
Yeah, I can do that. It's probably for the best. He probably doesn't want to see Necroth right now anyway.
Yeah.
The little lovers' quarrel.
Did you put a location to meet at or anything on the note, or just says we need to talk?
Yeah, it's it's basically, go here. There's, I describe some weird gnarled up, tree, and I'm like, go here, and I'll see you, but you won't see me.
The hitman.
Well, that's a little creepy, but okay. I'm going to go around the place and just be like, Ichirai, don't be creepy. If you want to talk, let's talk.
And I step, like I'm up in a tree and I step around it and I sit down on one of the branches. And I call out to Luxana. I'm like, "Oh, I'm glad the tiefling didn't stiff me."
It's okay. He gave me the thing, and then she's just going to kind of fly up and sit on a branch like across from him and just start like swinging her legs. Like, what you want to talk about?
I've been ordered to help you and to not kill the Cambion. However, I doubt very seriously the rest of the party is going to believe that, despite me being what I am.
I understand that. You can kill him later. I don't mind. We just have to save this world.
And I'm like, Ichirai's like, I'll kill him later. But I need you to assure the party that when they meet me, that it'll be on friendly terms. Well, amicable terms.
So what you mean to say is you will refrain from killing him until after we save the world?
I don't try and resist, and I tell her, once the Trot is dead, Necrath will be very, very dead.
That's up to you. I don't really mind. He's been kind of weird and he makes stupid choices. So that's between you guys. But if it means we get to save the world first, then I'll vouch for you. And she's going to give him a hug.
Ugh. Oh, jeez. He hugs her back, and, she had, like, how, like, she, like, message works as long as I'm on the same plane, right?
Message does have a range.
It was like a mile or something?
120 feet.
Ugh. I will be in the shadows around where you left the mansion, and you can let me know if the rest of the party is okay with my terms.
That sounds fine. I'll go and let everybody know. Cassius is getting everybody together because there's some big thing that we're supposed to be doing with some stuff, and just lots of different stuff. I had a long night. I'll go find everybody. And then I'm just gonna fly away, like waving, like I'll be back.
Okay. So some time passes, and thankfully enough, Necrath wanders into the tavern. Now sporting a package that was delivered to him. It's
package?
a probably about a good about 4 foot wrapped product. It's just like in this deep crimson cloth that's been wrapped a couple times with these belts. A small Cambion child said that they were directed to give this to you.
Okay, do you know who sent it with you?
Couldn't see him. Paid me a lot though.
Paid you a lot, huh? Okay, thanks. I'll just take it from him and I guess I'll open it.
Okay. And inside you see this brilliantly made sword.
Oh, okay.
That's got two separate blades that are next to one another. One is gleaming like this chaotic red, and the other one is like this shimmering silver. And on the hilt of it, you can see the symbol of your new god inside of it.
And that's on both hilts?
Oh no, this sword it's one sword, but it's got two blades.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to see if I can do this. I want to cast Detect Magic on it.
I'm just gonna say that there's a big old duh that's made when you do that.
Okay. It's just when duh. Oh, well, okay. Okay.
But I'm not gonna tell you what it does just yet.
Okay. Do I need to like do some
There are things you need to do.
Oh, okay. I gotta kill some people. Take some heads, some children.
But you meet up with both Cassius and Cassius and Elric.
Meet myself. All right.
Who are both probably sitting at the same table, not looking or talking to each other, but both drinking.
Sounds about right.
Just enjoying the silence between companions.
Sure.
Huh. How you guys doing?
Necrath,
Yeah.
what was that you got in your hands?
A sword.
Why did I know he was gonna say that? It's like it's news, like a sword.
You know, that's enough for me. That's okay. We're heading to Hammer's Reach. You gonna come along?
I don't know. I still got a grumpy celestial on my ass.
Well, we don't know if he's coming along.
Yeah, I don't know. As long as he doesn't kill me.
What's the alternative?
What alternative?
Exactly. So, to Hammer's Reach, then. Well, sit down, have a drink with us. We'll go find Luxana afterwards.
Like, speak of the devil, the moment you mention her name, she pops back into the tavern, looking a little more chipper.
I'll wave her down to kind of show her where we are.
She's gonna go right up to Cassius and like lean on the bar and go like, I have an idea. I need the thing the person gave you for the thing with the celestial thing for the trade. I need that.
Luxana.
Use your words.
Oh, I understand what you just said. Somehow, I understand what you just said.
This is her trying to be like
sneaky,
like, super sneaky about it, but she's just like, yeah.
How do you know about that?
I am super smart, and just give me the thing because of reasons.
We're gonna have a talk later, and I'm gonna give it to her.
Okay, what are you giving her? Because I'm lost.
It's the vial.
Oh, okay, the celestial essence. Okay, I was like, the
Yep.
thing that the guy gave you for the thing, you know, the thing. I'm like,
See, well,
Thing.
as long as Cassius knows what she's talking about, that was all she was trying to do.
yeah,
is
you lost the DM on what you were talking about.
Yep, that is perfect.
It's a secret language that only Dragon can understand.
Ah, I gotcha.
Achievement
Yeah,
unlocked.
something like that.
Achievement unlocked.
Use DM.
Yep, can I have the thing for the thing with the thing? And then I'm just going to just kind of tell him that I spoke with Ichirai and I made sure that he was telling the truth, but he will not kill Nikrath. He's going to help us.
So he's gonna come along then, and
Yes.
there's gonna be no feud between them while we're doing this.
But after we save the world, Nikrath is fair game. And I'm going to look over at Nikrath and be like, as soon as we save the world, you better run as fast as you can, because I am not your taxi anymore.
Okay, Luxana. Well, we're gonna finish our drinks, and then we'll make our way to the edge of town. Meet us there with Ichirai?
I can do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put the vial in my bag and just be like, okay, see you later. And then I'm going to head back over to where Ichirai said.
All right. So unless you guys have anything else you want to do, I can move this along to where you are now meeting up outside of the town.
I was going to approach Ichirai about the asking him a favor.
Well, Ichirai is waiting for the message spell, so he's not.
Yeah.
So he's around. You just don't see him.
Okay. Well,
unless you want to roll dice.
No, I would just kind of reach out because I can speak telepathically to people. The message spell, I actually have to know like where you are so I can point at you to get it to you. Crap. Ow. So I would just tell you that we're gonna meet everybody on the edge of town, but I have a favor to ask.
Another favor.
I'm already not killing the Cambion. I'm not sure what else you want from me.
Well, I have ideas, and stuff, and I need a blessing from a celestial, and you're the only one that I know, and I know that you have good intentions in your heart, and that you would really want to help people. This is to help save the world.
I am not a celestial. You understand that, right? I have celestial blood, but that doesn't mean I'm a celestial. I'm not a deva or anything like that.
Well, maybe you could still help find what I need.
If we're going to Hammer's Reach, I know for a fact there are celestials there. If they deem whatever you want to do worthy, I'm sure they won't hesitate to help you in some manner.
Okay, but it has to be our secret.
I won't have any secrets from my brothers and sisters.
Oh no, I mean from the party.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. All right, as long as that's settled, let's move along then. We'll go meet up with everybody. And Nikrath knows you're gonna kill him after we save the world. It's fine. He might give a little chase, but fair game.
Well, he can run.
And then going to rejoin the party members.
Okay. So it's about an hour later, and everybody finally gathers up outside of the northern gates of Ferrisport to a very familiar path that you once walked towards a city where a certain murder spree happened, where a couple innocent civilians got drank up for power.
I wonder how that happened.
But you are all together. And for a brief second, you all see a large eagle fly overhead towards going north. Almost giving out a cry as it like passes overhead.
So before we dip out of town, I want to meet like the mayor dude I talked with before,
The captain of the guard.
the captain of the guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I would approach him surreptitiously. I wouldn't walk into his office,
Like kick the door down and whatnot.
Yeah. It's like yo. It's like so I would catch him, from a corner and tell him that that the black ooze stuff is some sort of cursed substance from Zatrat, from the temple that's risen in the sea, and the one everyone sees, the giant black death clouds and stuff around.
He goes, yes, the priests have said the same thing. They've gotten some information from some concerned citizens.
Yeah, the ooze will kill anyone that has it on them if you try and heal them. I don't know if it's any healing or you have to be.
Oh no, it's any healing.
Okay.
We've tried giving some of the infected healing potions, and it does the exact same thing. The only thing that we have been able to determine is we need to sever any infected limbs before trying to heal someone.
So I tell him that the party that I'm with, we're heading to Hammer's Reach to see if we can get some reinforcements to raid the temple. I highly suggest that before Zatrat's forces get any stronger and attack the town again, whoever is able to leave does so. I can't guarantee by the time we come back with reinforcements that there'll be anything left of Ferrisport.
He goes, thank you for the warning. We will take that into consideration, but you must know that I don't suspect many of our townspeople will leave Ferrisport. There is too much pride and love for their city. They will fight till the bitter end for it.
And I understand. Believe me, I fully understand about pride and fighting for something you love. I just hope we can come back in time to save as many people as we can. And with that, I put like my hood up, and I dip back into the shadows.
Okay. And I think with that, we are going to take our next break. We're going to get up, get things to drink and all that fun stuff. And we get back, we're going to start getting into the adventure part of the thing. We've had almost 2 sessions of RP, so I think it's about time we get back into the other side of things and get these guys slaughtered
More
or something.
traumatized.
Some good old bloodshed.
Murder hoboing is easy. This is the hard part.
Yeah, you guys need a break and distraction from the RP. You need to
murder hoboing is easy. You can murder hobo all day.
But stick with us, guys. We will be right back. All right, and we are back. So I saw in chat that Tiny was calling Null Hagrid.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, so you guys begin to head north, following.
Well, I think he was calling Null Haggard because I said Zatrot's Aragorn. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
You're a wizard, Harry.
magical pet spider runs amok and runs away, for fear of being killed.
So you guys begin to head north along the road, passing some familiar sights to at least 4 of you. This being Luxana's first time on this road.
Nostalgia.
Before any shenanigans happen, I am around from the party, normal movement wise.
So you're keeping your distance is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like 30 to 35 feet from the party at any given moment.
All right. Your headset is super low, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Barely hear you.
All right.
All right. Who is leading the path this time?
I'll lead.
Okay. Can you give me a D20? Oh.
Doesn't mean it's bad. Just means it could be bad.
Okay. As you begin to walk through the walk along the road, you pass a couple farms along the way. Though the side of these farms kind of leaves you with an ill feeling in your stomach, as you can see that cows and farmhands alike have been slowly but surely either corrupted or destroyed by more of this ooze that you saw falling from the rock. As crops have withered and died, cows are either now so malnourished that their ribs and everything are bleeding through, or they're just dead piles of gore and goo, Ichirai has seen a couple of the civilians in town turn into when they've come in contact with it.
Well, that's a fairly ill omen.
I put the cows out of their misery.
Okay. Can you give me a D6, Ichirai, as you're doing this? Nice. So for the remainder of the day, Ichirai, you are going to have advantage on all attack rolls.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Do not get in a fight with him.
And all of a sudden, I kill Nakrath.
I can't. I've given my vow to.
Yes, you have. Nakrath.
Yeah?
Speaking of you, can you give me a D20 roll, sir?
Okay. Let it be crappy. Darn.
So, Nakrath,
Yeah.
can you give me now a perception check?
Okay. Perception. Where are you? There you are.
All right. It's good enough. As you're walking along the Nakrath, you come along a small burlap sack with a little tag on it with a raccoon's face drawn on it.
Okay. I pick it up.
Okay. And it feels like you can definitely tell due to the weight that there is something inside this burlap sack.
Okay. I open it.
Inside are about 12 apples.
Nice. I'll just let that decide because I've already done enough stupid shit today. So we'll eat one later.
Okay. See, Elric, you haven't given me one in a while. Can you roll me a d20?
If I can spell? Sure, give me a moment.
Oh. Okay, so as the sun is beginning to set, you notice that the surrounding area seems to be a little worse for wear and not really inviting, giving you just like, again, this feeling of an ill omen if you were to make camp in this area. But it's getting to be, the sun is getting beginning to set, and you know that even on the road at this time could be dangerous. So it is up to you if you guys would like to take a rest, or if you want to continue out throughout the night.
Yeah, I'm fine with continuing through the night.
We could go for half the night and take a short rest.
You could. What's up?
I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing a short rest. You know, that way we're not so exhausted throughout the night.
Okay. Alicorn, can you give me a d20?
Sure. It's been going so well for the others.
Hey. So, as rotten and just evil feeling that the land around you has been, as you travel throughout half the night, you finally make it to a small clearing that seems to be clear of any sort of corruption or corpses or anything like that.
Well, that's good. This is nice. This is fine. So if everybody wants to rest, I can pop the mansion up.
Yeah, we can stay there.
Okay.
When I do, I'm going to make sure that I have the floor where it's been seared by somebody
I'm sorry.
is going to be covered up by a nice carpet.
Okay. All right, so you guys wander on into the wonderful mansion that you guys, that Luxana has in store for you. And you said you each are taking a short rest, correct? Or do you want to go for a long one?
I mean, short rest is fine. None of us have used anything, and short keeps us from getting exhaustion going, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Luxana, can you give me a wisdom check?
You said after a long rest, right?
Yeah, but there's something else.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, you doze off slightly. And you enter a small, like, dreamlike state. And your ears begin to fill with the sound of a woman singing. And the song itself is familiar to you, as you have heard Cassius at times at least hum this tune.
Oh, god damn it. Really? All right. Well, it's not a nightmare because it's familiar to me from Cassius.
Yeah,
so
there is no dread or anything around you. You are actually in a small, like, wooden clearing, and like, you see this another dragonborn sitting outside a small hut on a wicker rocking chair, and she's slowly, just like softly singing this song.
All right. I guess since I know I'm dreaming, I'm just gonna approach her and just tell her that it's a really pretty song.
She smiles to you, and when you approach her, this large, like, shadow-like owl comes down and not perches, but lands on the ground and sits next to the woman, almost standing about head height with her as she's sitting.
You said an owl?
An owl. And she begins to slowly pet the owl, and she's like, well, thank you for your kind words. And who might you be?
You're in my dream. I figured you would know me. I'm Luxana.
Oh, how strange. We must be in each other's dreams. I thought this was my dream.
And who are you?
My name? I am Avara.
Oh, well, you have a really pretty voice.
Well, thank you very much. You have a really pretty name.
You know, I play different instruments and stuff. I'm sure it would sound really good with your singing if you want me to play.
That would be marvelous. It's been so long since I've had a partner to sing with. Normally, my brother and I would sing together, but he is sadly not here.
Oh, who's your brother?
I don't think you would know him, but his name was Eardrix.
No, I don't recognize that name.
Not many would. I haven't seen him since we were children.
Oh, well, that's sad. I know it's really hard to be separated from your family.
Yes, it is a sad time. But let us not speak of sad times. Let us enjoy song.
Okay, then I would probably play. Let's go with my whistle. I'll play my whistle along with her singing.
Okay. And like you spend probably a good hour just playing along with her singing. As you're doing that, you notice that the owl begins to like give off a tune of its own. As it's trying but not really able to seal it as much as it can. And as the song ends, she looks out on the horizon. You can see the sun starting to rise. It's like, well, I guess this means we must bid each other farewell.
Indeed, maybe I'll see you again sometime. If our dreams cross paths again.
Yes. You know what? How about I give you a token of our friendship? And she like reaches into her bag and she gives you like a small like horn.
A horn.
A horn. Not like a toot toot horn, but like a horn belonging to something.
So like she killed the beast and then like severed a horn off of it.
Yep.
Like a trophy hunter.
Mm-hmm. She goes, think of this as a token of our esteemed friendship. And may we meet again in our dreams or in person.
Okay, well, damn it, Ken, stop. Well, I hope you sleep well.
She goes, meeting you, I know I have. And she, like, bows as she climbs up onto the back of her owl and she flies off. And when you wake up, with, like, your head on Cassius's shoulder, in your lap is that same horn.
Oh, god damn it. I really should have read Cassius's journal.
Oh no, it makes it better this way.
I know, but still.
I quit.
Although I haven't really had time to read Cassius's journal because I've been traumatized for the last 3, 4, probably every session I've been in this entire time since I've joined.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well then. God damn it. Well, given the relation to knowing the song had been something that Cassius had sung or hummed before, I would probably pretty much immediately, like, show him the horn and tell him about my dream and ask him, like, where he learned the song from.
As you watch a white dragonborn go pale.
How exactly is Luxana starting that conversation?
Yeah, how exactly is she starting that conversation?
I got this thing from a lady in my dream, and I'm pretty sure that it's not safe because I've trusted people before and I lost my face. Can you make sure this is safe, please?
I like it.
So that'll be the starter of the conversation.
Can you check if this candy has a face ripper in it?
See, unlike you, she just had to lose her face once.
Well, she didn't describe Avara or anything.
No, but
so I have.
When she hands you the horn,
Oh no!
your name, your dragon name, is carved into it.
I think as soon as Cassius sees that, it's gonna fall out of his hand, and he's like gonna scramble to his feet, like backing up in a panic, and just looking at Luxana completely shocked.
So it's not safe. It was just a dream. I didn't think it was real.
Who did you get that from, Luxana? Who?
There was a
Give me
really
a
pretty
name.
lady. It her name was really, really sweet. It was Avara, I think it was. She was really nice.
He turns into an eagle and flies off.
So you just fly into like a wall or something? Because you're still in the mansion.
Well, I assume there are windows. I mean, Null flew out a window.
Oh,
so-
okay. I just had this picture of him like freaking out so much that he turned into an eagle and then flew straight into a wall and like knocked himself out.
That's what I did on the ship when I saw Beauregard. But yeah, like he'll just like fly straight through the window, breaking the window in the process. He's out. He's gone.
Okay.
So he's burned stuff in my floor. Now he's breaking windows. And I am just really confused.
Actually, Cassius, can you give me... let's do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you break out the window.
Oh.
See, and this is why you don't give the DM ammo, Fox. This is why you don't do that. So I'm not going to touch the horn again. I'm just going to kind of like throw a towel over it and wrap it up and just kind of like put it in my bag.
Okay.
And I guess get breakfast because fuck me, Cassius is gone.
Yeah, everyone who was sleeping is jolted awake as a large eagle like flew out of the mansion through a window
What's up with the Eagles today?
causing quite a ruckus. Cassius,
Yes.
as you're flying around, can you give me give me a perception check. All right. In as you're flying through wherever you're going, I don't even know if you have a set direction or you're just flying in a panic.
I'm just panicked, completely panicked.
You begin to hear the flap of large wings from behind you.
I would look over my eagle shoulder.
All right. And when you look over your eagle shoulder, you see this large black owl closing in on you. And on his back is Avara, dressed in these these flowing robes that have a black and purple trim to them, and on her back are 2 scythes.
I'll have you
And
know you do this to yourself.
She has a very very mischievous looking smile on her face.
I think. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna tuck my wings in and just do a nosedive straight for the ground. Spreading my wings out before I do a faceplant, and popping out of the wild shape and trying to hide in some underbrush somewhere.
Okay. Can you give me a D10? Okay, so you are 8 miles from the house. I just wanted to see if you actually flew in a straight direction or if you just kept circling or what.
All I know is he's alone right now.
He's alone
We
right
ain't
now.
helping him.
He's alone and he's scared.
All by myself.
Like he's genuinely scared.
And give me a stealth check since you're hiding.
My stealth is trash.
It's pretty good. And you take as much cover in some overgrowth as you can as Avara jumps down. And still, with that grin on her face, just starts walking around with her hands behind her back, just in a casual walk. And she's like, "Oh, are we playing hide and seek again? You know you were never good at this, Edrix. Come now. Is this any way to treat me after so long? Can't your dear sister have 2 words?"
You're dead.
I think he'll probably slowly stand up out of the underbrush, visibly shaken, and his hands are probably even trembling a bit.
She goes, "Why the fear? From what I've heard, you've gotten much stronger than who you were. Maybe on par with me now."
Why? Why are you here? Why now?
I've come to give you a warning, an offer. Let's just say I'm doing this because you're family.
I know how you treat family, Avara.
Come now, that was a necessary sacrifice. Both you and I knew that it would come to that. You went down one path, I went down another.
You went down the wrong path.
See, you say that, but I've uncovered such wonderful things walking this path. And from what I hear, all you seem to do when you walk your path is cause death and destruction.
Death and destruction is still better than whatever you have in store.
She like puts her hand on her chest and gives out like a gasp. It's like, I'm wounded. What makes you think I have anything in store?
You always do, Avara. No matter where you go, chaos follows you.
I wouldn't say it follows me. I would say that it adores me.
Tell me why you're here. Tell me why you've tracked me down.
Oh, I didn't track you down. I tracked her down. She's been, how do you say, promised to me.
No, you stop right there, Avara.
I can't. I've already, how do the humans say, signed the contract?
If you try and do anything to her,
Oh, no,
try and get close to her.
You misunderstand. I don't wish any harm for her. I wish to shape her. I need an apprentice.
No.
And that one's got power. She may not realize it yet, but she's got something inside of her. She reminds me of me.
She's nothing like you. You're a monster.
Come now. Monster's a relative term.
I don't want you anywhere near her. I don't want you anywhere near me.
Well, see, that's gonna be difficult. Seeing as who I'm now playing for, we may be seeing each other on a normal basis.
What do you mean? Who have you made a deal with?
Oh, you didn't hear. Let's just say I've been given the opportunity to resurrect what was once lost.
Vara, who have you made a deal with?
I don't know if I should tell you. I mean, that would just be spoiling the fun, wouldn't it? Didn't you always want to do things your own way and find out things for yourself?
Yes, without you in my life ever again.
Well, how is that any way to talk to your dear twin? I'll tell you what, though. You already know him. Rather intimately.
I swear, Vara, if you so much as touch a hair on Luxana's head, I don't care that we're family. I will come after you.
Oh, idle threats again. You couldn't even protect our parents. How are you going to protect her? You'll run and hide. Just like you did now. all I had to do was give that girl your horn, and you freaked out. Trust me, if I wanted you dead right now, I would do it. I'm just here to say
toy
hello.
with me. You're just here to toy with me. Admit it.
No. If I wanted to toy with you, well, let's just say the toying is back at your mansion.
What?
Yeah. Let's say I have a surprise waiting.
What did you do?
I don't know. All I know is if you want to protect that little dragon girl, you may want to go open the present.
This is not over,
Oh,
Avara.
of course not. This is just the start.
With a bit of a huff, I'll go back to the eagle and then make a beeline for the mansion.
Okay. For those in the mansion, while this whole chase scene is going on, you have time to like eat and everything like that. Is there anything specific you are doing in the mansion?
Probably working on my enchanted chocolates.
Okay. You can give me a D6 roll on that. Damn.
Woo!
Let's see. Enchanted chocolates. That's 3 successes. You need 15 more.
Woo!
Necrath.
I'm just pretty much going to like meditate with sword in hand.
Okay. Elric.
I think you can guess.
Hellfire.
Yep.
Give me that D6.
Oh, God damn it.
Ichirai.
Power.
I'm gonna work on my wisdom brew while I still have access to a fully functional still.
You completed the wisdom brew.
I did. Oh, that's right. I was gonna start the polyjuice potion.
Yep. You have the polymorph brew that you're currently working on.
Yes, working on the polyjuice potion.
All right. That is 5 out of 12.
Nice.
And as you guys finish up your little daily routines, the mansion begins to tremble, as if an earthquake is currently shaking it. And then there is a blinding blue light that comes from Luxana's pack. And you find yourselves now standing on the outside of the mansion as the door fades away from behind you.
I will come back.
And the shaking of the ground picks up even more.
Like something stomping towards
No,
us?
like something is digging towards you.
In the air. Whoop.
Flying.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Dave, you said
levitate.
The light is coming from my pack.
Yep.
Well, I'm
Um,
guessing it would probably be the horn, right?
Good guess.
Yep.
And out from the ground springs this gargantuan looking worm as its face peels back in like a quad pattern, revealing this gaping maw, just like with these jagged teeth and these like white tentacles coming out of it, like reaching for you.
Ew.
As it lets out a roar. I'll give you a little look at what it looks like. And no, this isn't in the book that you hate, by the way.
I hate all the books.
No,
I
you
like
don't.
them.
All right.
Oh, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think? You want to fight it now, or do you want to do it next week?
Do it now.
Normally, I would say now, but these days I do have a fairly early bedtime.
Yeah.
It'll just be AFK. We'll be fine.
No,
I mean,
I've got work in the morning too.
Okay. So
As
we
much
will.
as I'd like to.
We will pick up with you guys fighting this beast on next week.
Righto.
Just
I regret every decision I've ever made.
oh, don't worry, don't worry. It's gonna be fun. Well, maybe for me. What, you didn't want him to see his sister?
Not especially.
I bet you didn't expect him to use it against you so fast, did you?
No
I
one
mean-
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
When I wrote that story and knew I was going to give it to Ro, I figured maybe she might be mentioned in passing at one time or another.
In passing.
This is Ro you're talking about. That he's gonna use it
Like I was looking for inspiration as to what to use for a villain, and then you gave me that backstory. I'm like, that. And on top of that, you already made a character sheet for her, so all of the work has already been done for me.
I also regret doing that because that is, I mean, you've seen the character sheet
Mhm.
at this point, I'm sure. That is a very powerful character.
Yep. That it
And now
is.
she wants to make me into her little evil mini-me.
Do it. Join the evil army.
You do not want to join anything that Avara is leading.
But yeah, so that's been interesting. So guys, we do this show every Tuesday at 6:30. Also, we've got 2 other shows currently going on now on Dungeons and Distractions. On Wednesday, we have RPG Mixtape for the remainder of this month, and then starting up in March, it will be a pirate-themed swashbuckling campaign that we are calling Keelhauled. And on Sunday, we have a Tomb of Annihilation game where myself, Alicorn, and HB Fox with Spooner Sloth and Hybrid Magpie are getting our collective mind screwed, I guess you can say.
Like, if you want to really feel bad for an adventuring party, tune into the Sunday show.
Yep.
Yep.
Cholt,
Except just
Cholt
don't
is
feel
not a fun
bad.
place.
Yeah, if you think we have it bad, nah.
Just don't feel bad for Fox's character because he does it all to himself.
Crest did nothing wrong.
That's why he's stoned.
Okay, we need a shirt of like a guy who's been turned to stone by a Medusa. It says Crest did nothing wrong. But aside from doing this, we, like, some of us also have our own Twitch channels where we do our own things. So, Alicorn, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Alicorn. I am the community manager for Dungeons and Distractions. I hang out with these lovely people on Tuesdays, and on Sundays I play in Tomb of Annihilation and get ridiculously
Mad?
No, I wouldn't say mad. I would say frustrated is a better word.
And disappointed.
And disappointed. Disappointed is another one. Kind of disappointed Crest didn't die on the punji sticks in the pits. But I also stream every once in a while. Not very often. I did stream for about an hour a little bit earlier today, doing some Battle for Azeroth alpha play testing. So that was a lot of fun. But other than that, I don't really stream too much. So if you do give me a follow, that'd be appreciated. But I probably won't see you around unless you come see me here.
Fox, who are you and what do you do on Twitch?
Well, I don't have my own channel. I just piggyback on everyone else's. So I'm here 3 times a week, and I'm also the manager for the Hunter Wild. We have a community-oriented variety cast here on Twitch. Do tons of launch events and tons of giveaways during those launch events. we've been playing Kingdom Come like there's no tomorrow. Originally, it was just like a 12 hours a day, 3 days in a row, but it's been 12 hours a day since launch. So we're really enjoying it, and so is the community. But we do have new stuff coming up very soon, so feel free to stop by and say hi.
Azarin, who are you and what do you do on Twitch?
Hello, I am Azran, and when I'm not here on Tuesdays, suffering emotional trauma. I'm still waiting for some lighting to come in, but I also do charity streaming on my channel for Extra Life, and I do non-realistic shooters, so Division, Serious Sam, that type of stuff. JRPGs and other RPGs of that nature. I'm actually in the middle of trying to fix my Awakenings save because there's a stupid glitch in the stupid main town where if you do 2 quests at once, it glitches them both. So now I'm like hated by all the guards and they won't talk to me, which is annoying because now I can't do any more quests in town. So it's either fix it or redo 3 hours of stuff, which I'm not looking forward to. So yay, the fun of replaying old RPG games.
Yup. Groudon, what are you doing on Twitch right now?
I am your wonderful, stupid, lawful evil Cambion. My name is Master Gradon, and I'm a variety streamer. I'm currently playing, which you guys had to look into it, was Kingdom Come. And it's interesting. I enjoy it, and it's hard. And I mean, it's really hard. I'm enjoying it, but it's hard.
It's definitely an experience.
Yes, it
It
is.
is. I wasn't expecting like a Dark Souls medieval type thing really fast.
And I am Rojan Quest. I am a co-DM here on Dungeons and Distractions. You can find me here 3 nights a week, and you can find me on my own channel 7 days a week, streaming for Extra Life as I do a variety RPGs, fighting games, shooters. Currently going through 2 series playthroughs right now. Doing a series playthrough of Dragon Age, as we are on Dragon Age Inquisition, and we just started the Mass Effect series playthrough yesterday. So stop by and see me if you like to see a bunch of RPGs and me derping and being bad at games. But as usual, we are going to go on a raid, and we are going to raid somebody new today. We are going to go and raid Bubbernot. He is currently, they are currently doing a Blades in the Dark game right now, so if you guys want to stop over there and show him some love, hit that join button up top. And we will catch you guys for episode 3 Starfinder tomorrow for RPG Mixtape. Until then, guys, have a great one, and we will catch you later.